I came over from Ireland. I'm artistic director of a company called Mockness, and we're based in Galway, and I was invited over by Bill and Kate to engage in a new and exciting process with the Woodford Film Festival, which is in conjuring up a 5-metre high puppet, creating a world around that and starting a process of invention.
It was all based around the heroine Tilda, and it's most of these epic sort of events are based around a good versus evil. Evil wins for a bit, then good finally triumphs. That's sort of the classic tale, which is just retold in many different ways.
It's a little bit epic. It's sort of like the final conquest over the bad guys. We'll have time waiting around before the actual show, so we can have a bit of a chat about what's going on. But if you just think a little bit more ponderous and epic, that might help you get in the frame.
I always compare it to kind of like a book. So, you know, the novel opened with the opening ceremony and this child being gifted a mask by her ancestors, and basically it's a coming of age story. And she walks amongst humans out into the world as a giantess and comes back home to the fire event. And where it's crucial is that the fire event is the village and represents where she comes from. And so she's coming back home. And obviously there's a whole other world of genius that's going on with the fire event.
Firstly, thank you all for leaving your lives for a week, or for some people close to a month.
The moon is part of the village, the big 4-metre moon, and that's been the major build of the whole kind of art department really. Make things that bring life to the village, so drying racks, we're making dried fish so performers can come along and hang the dried fish up, or tie dried chilli onto them, or that sort of thing. Bell, weather vane, detail like that.
Down, it lifts the arm on a pulley, and then once they come up a little bit, there's also lateral movement, so you can sort of move your wrists in a circle, kind of like that, and you can get your arms all the way out and in and down, so you can play with different ways to express yourself with that.
Alright, do you want to go for one?
Yes, please.
Don't want to get too close to this thing. I don't know what it is. So all we're going to do now is the blocking. That's the full extent of it.
Yeah, there's 35 people in all that are involved in this girl's world. And there is 5 key main operators, which would be the Tilda puppeteers. Then there would be 10 chariot operators, which help maneuver her and move her through the site. Then there are 7 performers that come out of her imagination, and then there are 6 torch carriers, as well as our core crew, stage manager and production manager as well.
Oh God, I got goosebumps. Far out, you guys. Wow.
The way I like to work is it's like you create a company. So you say you're part of a family, it's an ensemble, it's a signature style of work, we're all in it together, we do it because we love it, and you basically create a family in 3 weeks. But it's a big ask of people, but hopefully ask in a way where they feel ignited and excited, tickled, teased and pleased, and I'll go on then. We'll go for it.
Things will start happening, music will kick in, the fire will get going, and we'll probably all go and have a wild dance with Tilda in the village.
Of all the variables that are presented here, 120 people showing up with every instrument that you can find in the symphony orchestra is one of the consistent things. And I'm always amazed at that. Every year I think, oh, this year no one's going to show up, surely. But everyone always shows up. We even got 2 oboes this year, which is just astonishing.
I think it's about 80 people. Does anyone know? No idea.
It gets more every day, so we're the 3rd day in, and I counted about 65 musicians in the People's Orchestra.
All I know is that we have 2 oboes, and we have a French horn, and we have a tuba.
We're looking at least 80 musicians on stage.
We have about 20 violinists.
Bob Robinson is playing the didge and clapsticks.
5 saxophones.
Plus we've got some bands joining us.
6 trombones, about 6 trumpets.
The East Pointers who've come over from Canada.
A couple of clarinets, a couple of flutes.
After that we've got the Australian voices.
A Suzuki Andes, a Nicolaita.
Underneath are the sympathetic strings, which sounds like the Addams Family.
Christina Olsen will be performing Both Sides Now, the famous Joni Mitchell song.
And a whole bunch of guitars and ukuleles, numerous. You can't count those, it's impossible to count them.
Plus the people are the fire choir, which varies from 250 to upwards of 400 each year. We're probably looking at between 400 and 600, give or take, on the night. And we won't really know until the night.
Hopefully, in the process, by learning all the chords and then learning the melody and using lots of hand gestures, I do a lot of flapping.
So when I go like that just means we're going into the introduction to the choir, the trumpet melody bit.
That it all holds together, and we can, because in the fire event, a lot of the things have to be a set length, but then things change. And puppets take longer to get, because they're huge puppets and lots of dancers and people, they take longer to get where they're getting than they think they're going to take or whatever. And so we have to be flexible. It's like a big jam, and everyone sort of know their roles, and there's little sections within the orchestra and different leaders for those sections.
And then the C, and then the G, and the C, and then the G, and then the big C chord. Beautiful. Alrighty. And the crowd goes wild. Look at them going wild. Don't clap yourselves, it's bad form.
I've got really 4 rehearsals, 4 hourly rehearsals to teach them all the songs. And then the 5th one is together with the orchestra. We've been working together for the last 3 years now. And then the last one is just a sound check. So that's, yeah. So teaching time is 4 hours basically. It's not a lot. And for some reason, because it's Woodford, they're all on a holiday, and even though it's quite early in the morning, they're doing always surprisingly well. It's always amazing how focused they are and dedicated and motivated. And yeah, we always somehow seem to get it together in the end, which is fabulous.
It's a tricky thing, but it's an inspiring thing too, because no matter what you sort of throw at them, they can do. Pretty much everyone there, if you give them the right sort of picture in their mind, they'll come up with a better idea than I can generally come up with sitting at home on my computer.
Wow.
You want to go swimming? Because you can in my tent. Definitely helping.
Now, as a little idea, could you all just put your arm around the nearest person? a little moment of, the moon's out. Lovely. Hold that for just a little moment and then go back to your job. Lovely. Oh.